I'm getting in the swing of this thing, man.
Candidate Monaghan, where are your next moves as of we speak?
I'm going to go next door and get a haircut, because obviously I could use one for the campaign, and I want to look good in front of the voters.
Well, I see no white hairstylists over there. I only see Afro-American hairstylists over there.
A haircut's a haircut. Doesn't bother me either way.
Does it make a difference to you who cut your hair?
Not in the least bit. I don't have that much to spare anyway.
But if you had a little more, would it be fair to say that you would rather for...
Nah, not in the least bit.
Well, how do you know what I was about to say?
Because racism still exists in this country, and I don't support it. You need a haircut, there's one right next door. Give the man the business, stay local. Be local, work local, support the local people, and the local community. It's all about us.
Well, Mr. Candidate, as you are here in the black community, as we call it, even though it's the Austin community that we are in, and why they label it like some say the black community, some say Austin community or whatever, but it's the people's community. Would that be a fair accusation to say?
Well, I grew up with it, sometimes known as the Northtown Boston community. Doesn't bother me in the least bit. I used to run these areas when I was a kid. Across the street, we have the tennis courts and one of those skateboard things. When I was a kid, there was a place called the Mud Hole.
Okay.
And all my cousins and aunts and uncles, we would all meet there and go swimming in the mud holes, about 3 feet deep, whatever, just designed for kids. Nobody had any money then. That was what you did.
In other words, you're saying that was in the 60s and 50s.
Well, yeah, in the 50s, yeah. I was born in 46. And yeah, I'd say mid-50s on up.
Well, that's something new to me. Mud hole.
Yep. Most people don't know it exists.
Well, were there any other creatures in the mud holes, like crawdad, fish?
One would tend to think if you heard that term, but no, it was just a big concrete basin.
Oh.
So when you hit the bottom, trust me, you had to have a thick head because that concrete didn't budge.
Well, candidate,
yes,
as you out campaigning, what do the future hold for you?
Well, the future holds a lot of things. I think the country is very well evenly divided in bias and prejudice. I think the one unifying factor that we do have is our nation's defenders, which is the veterans. They've kept us a nation, stood with us, died with us. I'm a veteran myself. If it wasn't for the veterans, there would be no U.S. All the original founding fathers were veterans of the American Revolutionary War. Everything that we have today and everything that we will have in the future, that Constitution, the documents, everything, those founding veterans, the original government, was a military veterans government, regardless what party they divided to.
And you stand firmly with the veterans?
Yes, I do, without a question of a doubt.
At your age, today, you had experience in the military. And what branch were you in?
I was in the United States Air Force, 66 to 70, served a year in Vietnam, 67, 68. Got out, went back into the reserves in 1978, and they told me later on I had to get out of the military because I had a heart attack, and that was due to Agent Orange chemical warfare.
Well, by you having Agent Orange warfare, and you contact that in Vietnam, right?
Yes.
Well, would it be fair to say that you have some kind of bias against your federal government?
No, not in the least bit. The government itself is a government. It's the people that run the government, not the government function. We have the best government function that the world has ever designed. Every law, everything came from the people, of the people, by and for the people. Now, who runs it, that's a different story.
So, by you having Agent Orange, and it was contacted during your military duties, serving your country, protecting your country, and therefore you would leave it as that.
Well, no, I think the causes for it and the reasons for it, the chemical warfare. Well, warfare brings out a lot of things. The whole nation and the whole world is advanced by warfare. Like it or not, many, many new inventions come from it. A lot of them have been rushed, unfortunately, to the market. And the market, unfortunately, doesn't always know what it's producing. These days, when you go into chemicals, you have no idea what they're going to do today. It took them 10, 15 years later to find out what orange was all about. Although, there is some very substantial proof to find out that the chemical companies themselves might have known what it was all about, but didn't bother to tell anybody. So again, defense of the nation, that's first. How we defend it, that's second. And who runs it, that's third. The function, the structure of the government, the laws, everything that's in place, that's fine. We can always do better. We can change it, because that's what the Constitution is all about. It's a document designed for change.
Thank you, Mr. Monaghan, for this interview. I will follow you to the haircut.
Thank you. Let's go.